Child Summer Side Chick Walker is back at it again. She's talking about the first thing she did when she got off the tour was hopped on the surgery table. I just want to say she got the wrong kind of surgery. That's it. That's all I want to say. Girl, you was built like a motherfucking lamb chop mixed with a pork chop. If you love it so bad, get something done to that ass. Fix them hips. Talking about some damn titties. Fix them hips in that ass.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, Kai the Culture God, and we back with another one. And recently, we did talk about how Glorilla, she had this major glow up. She changed her whole appearance and everything. And it seemed like Glorilla, she got a lot of backlash for it, right?
Who the fuck is that? Gloria Hallelujah Woods the third. Who is this? Who is this? Quickly.
So have y'all seen the new Glorilla? She done went and got her everything done. Her whole face is different. Her skin color is different. She look like that. She don't look like that no more. Y'all, why as soon as they get some money, they go change their looks? They be so insecure about their face, their bodies, and every damn thing.
Out of all of the girls, I do think that Glorilla was seen as one of the realer chicks, down to earth and everything, right? And some people's reaction to Glorilla's, nose job and maybe some other things that she's got done, it's gone viral, right? And now it's coming to find out that, yeah, Glorilla isn't the only one to get the work done, right? So why are people really honing in on her when today Summer Walker, she jumped on and she talked about all of these surgeries that she's getting, and the fact that she says she's addicted to the surgeries and she loves to get her body done and all of this. And she says, she's on her 5th and 6th surgery and she is going to keep coming back. And Summer Walker, I don't know what she hasn't had done at this point, right?
Trying to figure out what somebody want and how somebody like it. And it's just... What was the first thing you did when you got off tour? When I got surgery. Did you? Yes, I love surgery. I love surgery. I love surgery. What did you get done? I got my titties redone for the 4th time. Really? I got my lipo for the 2nd time. I wanted to remove a rib, but they wouldn't let me.
Summer. Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
She probably had all kind of things done, BBL, nose job, and somehow she keeps going back for more. And I think this might be a problem, right? So y'all let me know, what do y'all think is going on with all of these surgeries, right? We're seeing these girls, they're not even 30 years old and they've got multiple plastic surgeries. So y'all, what's going on right now? Do y'all think that there's some kind of insecurity plaguing the industry, or is there somebody out there bullying these artists to say, you don't look good enough how you are? Your nose is too Afrocentric. We need a European nose for you to really go mainstream, right? And I always say this, that this chick, Ice Spice, she might be the reason why all of the female artists right now are so obsessed with how they look. Because Ice Spice, she didn't put any effort into her music for the past couple of years, but look at all of the brand deals that she's getting, right? I think she was in that new SpongeBob film that's going crazy right now. They got the SpongeBob burger at Burger King. And Ice Spice is cleaning up when it comes to these deals, right? And these promotional things, right? She was on Fortnite. She's getting all of these characters made in her face, right? So her face card is really where that money's at, right? And Ice Spice, and especially Ice Spice and her team, they figured out that, there's not as much money in the music as it was at one point, but the money is in these brand deals, right? And the game has been more about, who could be the top influencer versus who can make that best music. Ice Spice herself says that anytime she goes anywhere, people are just throwing products at her face and say, you know, advertise this, because really she's an influencer and not a rapper. And I think that's where a lot of these other chicks are going to go down.
I do feel like a product, and I really hate when I feel that way, because like a lot of people, like, let's say they'll gift me something and then I'm like, oh, it's a gift, cute. And then they'll be like, oh, can I take a picture of you holding the gift?
It's a trade.
And it's now an ad. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right, because Ice Spice is a perfect example again, because she's making millions and millions and she's the top dog on her label, you know, now because of her music, because, you know, her last album, it did flop.
The way Ice Spice fell off needs to be studied. She went from having top 10 hits with artists like Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift to her most recent deluxe album, only selling 4,800 copies in the first week. Ice Spice recently came out with a project called Y2K, I'm Just a Girl. It is the deluxe edition follow-up to her album Y2K, and it was released December 25th, 2024. The initial part of the album Y2K was released on July 26, 2024, and as you guys can see, she had a bonus to that follow-up album that was released in August. So this is essentially her third time releasing a variation of this album. I am honestly curious why nobody is interested in the music Ice Spice has been putting out. It could be due to the recent scandal she's been involved in, like her situations with Cleo Trapper and Nicki Minaj, or people might just be burnt out on her.
So now that Summer Walker, you know, somebody who's, you know, got work done, and she's saying that, you know, she's going to continue to get work done, right? And Summer Walker says that she's going to keep getting these surgeries done. And I'm wondering, at what point do you say that this is enough? I've reached the ideal person I want to look like, or my best self, and it doesn't seem like that's the case, right? We've seen even women like Lil' Kim from the 90s, how she's transformed all of these years, and she looks like a whole different person. And that's what the outcome is going to be for most of these chicks who become addicted to this kind of stuff. We saw Megan Thee Stallion starting to look different. Of course, we see Glorilla looking different across the industry as a whole. All of the reality TV chicks, right? We saw Nene Leakes, you know, how she went from how she was looking in the beginning to, you know, she's made a crazy transformation to, you know, pretty much stay in the game. Tamar Braxton got her work done and everything like that. Right. And getting all of this work done, has it become an industry standard, right? At one point in rap, it was a standard that the BBLs or the butt jobs, like how Nicki Minaj got hers done, you know, she really set the bar with that one. Then everybody started getting their work done. But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, do y'all think that, you know, the mindset of these girls are that of, hey, you know, I was picked on as a kid for this and that, and I'm doing this to make myself confident? Or do y'all think that these girls are doing this to please the industry? They're doing this to stay relevant. They see that, you know, things are very competitive. You know, and once I did learn more about the Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion kind of beef they got going on, it does seem like that Glorilla is trying to compete with Megan on a, you know, personal to personal level. As you see that Megan gets with an NBA player, Glorilla gets with an NBA player. Megan Thee Stallion gets her nose done, Glorilla gets her nose done. So it does seem to be a monkey see, monkey do kind of industry. And what happens if a chick, you know, she ruins her career, right? Say she was very good looking and she gets one of these bot surgeries, and, you know, nobody want to work with her no more. So y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know, how important right now is it to have a banging body, you know, have a 10 out of 10 face card? And is it Ice Spice that all of these girls are chasing? Y'all think Summer Walker, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, they all getting these surgeries to try to get some of that sponsor money? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Like the video, subscribe, and we gone.